Films to watch if you're learning French. Watching films is a great way to boost your language learning. There are many different ways to watch the film depending on what level you're at. Whether you're a complete beginner or an advanced language learner, the following films are great for giving a boost to your French. As a complete beginner, you can watch the film in French and put the English subtitles on. If you read the subtitles and listen to the French, see if you can pick out any words that you recognise. Don't worry if you don't recognise anything though, just by listening your ear will be tuning into the French language. If you're getting good at French, you could watch the film in French and put French subtitles on. That way you'll be reading and listening to the same thing at the same time. It's easier to understand something that you hear if you can read it at the same time. Finally, if you're feeling brave, you can listen to the film in French without any subtitles. Sometimes, even if you're not an advanced language learner, you will find this beneficial. If you watch the same film over and over, you will pick out more and more each time you see it. So here are some French films that I recommend. Amélie. This is a very popular French film with Audrey Tautou playing the lead character, Amélie Poulain. This film is a must-see for any Francophile. It's about Amélie, who one day finds a box that belonged to a boy who had lived in her apartment decades before her. When the man is reunited with his box, he is extremely happy, and Amélie decides to try and make as many people happy as she can. La haine. This is a much darker film than Amélie. I watched this film when I was at university, and I learnt a lot about what life is like in les banlieues in Paris. The word banlieue refers to the suburbs in Paris. In Paris, the locals say banlieue aisée, which means comfortable suburb, and banlieue défavorisée, meaning disadvantaged suburb. This film highlights what life is like in the disadvantaged parts of Paris. The title, La haine, means hate, and it comes from a line spoken in the film, La haine attire la haine. Hatred breeds hatred. Jean de Florette. This was the first French film I ever watched, and I really liked it, despite not understanding a lot of what was being said at the time. It's based in Provence, a place that I ended up living in for a year, and it's about a man and his uncle who try to grow some carnations that they can sell at a market. The trouble is that their land is dry and nothing will grow. However, they find a hidden spring on their neighbour's land. They try to buy the land off the neighbour, who doesn't want to sell, so a fight breaks out, and the neighbour ends up dead. I won't ruin the rest of the film, but it's very good. Manon des Sorts. This film is actually the sequel to Jean de Florette. I can't really tell you too much about it, as it will ruin the story for the first film. However, if you like Jean de Florette, then you will like Manon des Sorts. L'Auberge Espagnole. The title of this film means the Spanish hostel. If you're learning French, you might recognise the word auberge from the phrase Auberge de jeunesse, meaning youth hostel. The film is told in many languages, including French, Spanish and English. It's about a French student living in Barcelona during a year abroad. He ends up living in an apartment with lots of other students from England, Spain, Germany, Belgium, Italy and Denmark. Ma vie de courgette. This is my favourite French film. I stumbled upon it one day, thinking that the title was strange. It means My Life as a Courgette. It's a stop-motion film about a boy who accidentally kills his mother by pushing her down the stairs. The boy's mum called him Courgette as a nickname, so when a police officer comes to take him away, he tells him that he prefers to be called Courgette. Little Courgette is then taken to an orphanage, and the film is about how he ends up getting out. So that's a few films to get you started. Let me know if you have any other films that you would like to recommend. Merci.